So yeah, as soon as I make a collection video, I get new stuff. Hello everybody, this is Godzilla 2010 again, coming at you with a new toy review. Today's toy review is on the Bandai America Tail Strike Godzilla. Yeah. Speaking of other new additions, I also got this, which is the Media Blaster / Tokyo Shock release of Destroy All Monsters. Apparently this version was recalled for some weird copyright disputes between Toho and Tokyo Shock. So this version is currently pretty expensive, but I managed to get it fairly cheap, and apparently it's gonna come back, so look for this. Some of you may have noticed that I had this in my collection. This is actually not mine. This is a friend's that I borrowed. This is the 1998 ADV Films release of the movie, and it's quite frankly it's pretty crappy, and it's also out of print. So this is not a very good release. There's no menus or anything on it. The quality's not very good, but the Media Blasters version will be coming back. So anyway, back to this toy. Okay, let's get started with detail. This is a toy made for little kids, so you don't really, and it's by Bandai America, you don't really expect like super awesome detail like on the vinyl figures, but the detail is actually not too bad on this figure. It's, for a kid's toy, it's pretty good. I'd say it's a more dumbed down version of the 2014 Godzilla. It's not necessarily a completely accurate representation, but still pretty nice. I actually think it's pretty nice looking. As for the paint scheme, it's just the same as most other Godzillas, except for the tan going on down here. Other than that, you got your basic black / really dark gray and white teeth, and then there's yellow for the eyes. It's pretty difficult to see, but it's there. So yeah, moving on to articulation. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 points. Now the thing that makes this toy really shine, I guess not shine, but I don't know, it just makes it stand out, is the gimmick on it. The button here, you push it, and his tail will slash and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the whole deal with this one and the Smash Strike figures, that they have gimmicks for little kids to play with. I honestly have never had a Godzilla figure like this before, so I just think this is fascinating. I've never had one like this. So yeah, that's the deal with these two toys from the new 2014 line. They're just made for little kids. So next, moving on to size. Now let's compare it real quick to a basic 6-inch figure like Godzilla Final Wars Bandai Japan. Personally, I think that this figure is like a slightly taller, like 6-inch mold. Maybe this one's maybe 7 inches tall. let's pull out the Bandai Creation / Bandai America King Caesar. Godzilla is still kind of taller than Caesar here, but so yeah, I think this one is slightly taller than a basic 6-inch figure. Now, real quick, let's compare him to the NECA 2014 Godzilla here. The NECA figure is much smaller, but only because the NECA figure is slightly undersized. Is a slightly undersized figure anyway. So yeah, this Godzilla is this one and presumably the Smash Strike one are slightly taller than your average 6-inch figure. I'm gonna keep this one up here because I'm gonna talk about how this one represents the character in the movie. Now, obviously this figurine is more of a more accurately represents the Godzilla in the movie, whereas this one is dumbed down for kids, and it is, I mean, the tail, obviously the tail doesn't look like this in the movie, but that's, I mean, the whole point of it is just to cater to little kids and not collectors. So yeah, if collectors will probably not want this unless they're completionists or people who just want everything Godzilla like I do, but hardcore collectors will probably want to stay away from this figure and grab this one or the Tamashii Nations SH Monster Arts one that's coming out soon. Personally, I would recommend this one overall, as it may not be as good as the SH Monster Arts one from what we've seen so far, but it's easily the cheapest at $20, so that's just my 2 cents. But yeah, this one is good for little kids, and for, like, if you have like a little cousin or a little brother or sister who likes Godzilla or, you know, dinosaurs or something, I would highly recommend one of the two gimmick toys to them, for you to buy. They're not that expensive. I got this one for like $16 at Walmart or something, and they did have what other Godzilla stuff they had. They did have the Pack of Destruction that has the smaller Godzilla that's like this tall, that I reviewed. The Pack of Destruction I'm talking about is like it comes with, I think, a helicopter, a building, and Godzilla. The buildings, for some reason, in those sets were recolored to like green, blue, and red. I don't know why they would do that. I mean, apparently it was supposed to be more had like more vibrant colors or something, more of a variety. But honestly, I think the gray buildings are a better choice to begin with, because buildings aren't green, blue, or gray, or wait, not gray. Green, blue, or red. They're gray for the most part. I mean, I'm glad to have a set that has gray buildings, but anyway, they had that set there. They had the Tail Strike figure, they had the Smash Strike figure, and they also had the Atomic Roar Godzilla, which is the larger 10-12-inch version that has a different light and sound gimmick. But if you're looking for a cheap toy that a little kid will like and is pretty durable, I'd recommend this one or the Smash Strike one. Anyway, enough about that. I'm gonna talk about the box here. So yeah, this is the box for the Tail Strike, and it's also really similar for the Smash Strike Godzilla. It says here, Tail Strike. Try me. You can push the button in the box. It's open, and I got the promotional shot of 2014 Godzilla right there. Turn it over. Swinging tail. In other languages. Shows you how to operate the toy. promotional image and the Smash Strike toy. So yeah, the box is pretty basic, but it's also, I mean, I like the design of it. I mean, I like how they're sticking to the same sort of format as they did with the Bandai Creation line, with the open box. It looks, I honestly think it looks really nice. So here's how he fits in the box. You put his feet in that plastic thingy, and there you go. That's how he sits in the box. And you can push this button in the box. So yeah, overall I really like this figure. I mean, it's not necessarily meant for like a collector's, but I honestly think it's a really neat toy. I mean, I've never had a Godzilla figure that does something like this before. I mean, I know that some of the old Treadmasters figures like from Zilla 98 and from the Godzilla King of the Monsters line, they had like neat gimmicks like this where you push a button or pull his leg or something, and he would do an action feature like bite or stomp or something like that. And then the Godzilla King of the Monsters line and Godzilla Wars line. It's the Colossal Titan. So anyway, as I was saying, the Godzilla Wars line and Godzilla King of the Monsters line, which feature the real Godzilla, the actual Godzilla, all had like toys that made sound effects, like you'd push a button on them or they are motion sensor activated and they would make Godzilla roars, or sometimes they would make really weird, obscure roars. They don't even sound like the actual monster, but that's kind of how it was back then. Treadmasters kind of took their own spin on certain characters. They made Rodan look different. They made Space Godzilla. They recolored Space Godzilla based on the Japanese poster and all that stuff. But the toys back then, in the 90s, I presume, they must have been pretty cool. I've never had a toy that does anything like that before. So, with the new movie coming out in America, I suppose it's the right time for us to see new toys like this, instead of like, you know, vinyl figures the whole way. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. As I said before, I highly recommend this figure to anyone who's looking for a cheap-looking Godzilla, but I would not recommend this to hardcore collectors who want to stay away from anything like this, or people who want an accurate representation of the 2014 Godzilla. If you want an accurate representation, get the NECA figure or the Monster Arts one. But for people who are looking for a toy for their kids, or just a toy to put on their shelf or something, I don't know, this is a nice figure to put for little kids to bash around. And yeah, it's a good toy. I would have beat the crap out of this thing when I was a kid. So yeah, I don't know if I should rate this or not, just because it's not really like a vinyl figure, but heck, I'll give it a 4 out of 5, just because, I mean, it's not a collector's item, but I still like it, just because I think it's really neat. So yeah, this is Godzilla 2010, signing off. Bye.